Welcome to Tuesday's Tips and Tales with CC Live. And where is Corey? I'm still waiting. I think he's going to show up at some point. Talk about anger management. That is the theme of our show tonight. So if he doesn't get here soon, I'm going to just I don't know what I'm going to do. Little fisticuffs. Anyways, welcome to the show. We are back. It is the fall. Life is good. We got through summer for those of us who are parents. Thank God it's over, right? Like back to school, were you like just jumping for joy and extremely, I think I had a breath for the first time and actually sat down and enjoyed a cup of coffee. So we're here tonight to kick off our fall season, and as soon as he gets here, everybody just give him crap because he's like, hey, I'll be there, 10 o'clock, this sounds good, let's start doing late night. Yeah, all right, then where the hell are you? Anyways, I do also have to apologize. For some reason, we haven't been getting our stream of people who dial in and ask us questions. I'm working on that with Facebook to see where the snafu is. So hopefully we'll get you guys back up in action. I do see the comments, though, when the video is downloaded to Beaver Tales, and I do like. So I love it. I like it. Keep writing in, even though I'm not seeing it on the screen. So tonight I do want to start the show tonight with, all this crazy hurricane stuff going on. Irma, and then in Texas, everybody, it's just devastating. So whatever you guys can do, please donate, jump on a plane, go down and help. I've actually, on my website or on my Facebook, I have put up a link to raise money for abandoned animals or dogs or cats or, oh, look what the cat just dragged in, speaking of cats and dogs.
Yellow!
See?
Talk about handsome, and I show up.
Oh my God, please. Hey, how did this happen?
Happy New Year, Merry New Year, good to see you, long time.
Happy fall.
Happy fall.
Look at, we match the colors. Zip that thing down. What do you got under there?
Would you like to know?
No,
Nice try, sister.
Trust me, I don't want to know. No, seriously, what do we have on? Because he's always got a crazy shirt on. Is that
American.
a Seminole?
Yeah.
Is that like the Florida Seminoles, like the football team,
Football
college
team,
team? Excellent. I didn't know you were a Seminole.
I'm very sentimental, actually.
I was just talking about the hurricane, and I actually have a fundraising link on my Facebook for abandoned dogs, cats, animals, anyone, and you got to see the picture I posted, folks. There's this poor dog just sitting there in the middle of the street with the rain pouring down, and everybody wants to just get out and save themselves and their family, and I get that. That is great, but grab your pet, and if you see an abandoned animal, unless it's a tiger,
Well, even then,
a boa constrictor, or
you got a lot of loose meat hanging around. I'm sure you can lure them in.
Or like in Florida, like a big crocodile. Yeah, you don't need to go near that. But
yes,
try and save the pets out there that have been abandoned, and get them to their nearest shelter. So someone, I know a lot of people, at least up north here, adopt these pets from the south.
yes, they do.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I really, I feel like for the folks in Texas and now Florida.
I feel like you're very forward.
Am I forward?
Yeah.
Should I do that?
Yeah.
What's up?
Let's relax.
We even match.
Let's relax.
Something I think I
Like
got
we're
too
very
much showing here. Hello. So, why, you want to get closer?
All right, well, that's what we're doing. I mean, I'm just trying to kind of feel like you're like, so anyway, adopt a pet.
So,
So we're doing that commercial where it was like, oh, come on. Dog's crying in the cage, and you're like,
it's very loud.
I'm going to take a breath.
Okay, you ready?
I am
1,
still
2, 3. You ready?
No namaste.
Namaste.
Me must stay for a little while.
So, the subject of our show tonight is anger management, as you know. So,
I have none.
I, of course, did not want to punch a wall when you decided to come late, but I understand work, the real job.
Oh, it was brutal there.
It's funny, he could let me know earlier, but
I like to let you know right at the last minute.
He
That's what I do. It's what men do. It's what we do.
Oh my God.
Men are not planners. Women like to plan out everything since they're two. That's why you gotta have the little like wedding plan where they have the little bed sheet on your head, and you know you walk down the aisle and you plan it all out and put little rose petals in front of your feet when you're 4.
Is that why you're not married?
Yeah, because I didn't do that.
Because no one.
I didn't dress up like a tuxedo when I was 5. Like, all right, this is how it's gonna go down.
So Corey and I are back. It's been a
Oh,
while.
it's been a while.
You know,
Summer was crazy.
Summer was crazy, but also I chose that every other week because I wanted to spend some QT with my my little one there.
Yeah, that's good.
So that was like, it was an awesome summer.
And I spent some QT with my little one. Anyway.
Really? Did you run out of coconut oil?
For a couple weeks there, yeah. It was a very lonely 3 weeks. Right in the middle of the summer.
What crazy chick are you dating now?
Oh, they're all crazy. It was the latest experience
Oh no, here we go.
was I had one that was I think just using me, which is fine. This is what you
I
gotta do.
thought all
What you gotta
guys wanted to be used.
do. I was fine with it. It
Okay.
was great.
What
Great to be
happened, what
used.
happened with that one?
Well, it's just she's like she said the next week like I'm back with my boyfriend. Well, I don't believe that. I think she just needed a little.
I think she was like, I need to get the hell out of Dodge because he is cray.
No,
So
I'm totally normal.
She's like, I'm gonna invent
She
a
just
boyfriend.
said, yeah, she did, but
Did she? Oh my god, I need to like.
It was like
That's
3 or 4 times, and it was all good, and then just
Where'd you meet her?
where didn't I meet her? You know what I'm saying?
Did you meet her at a bar?
The other one
He's not
pretended
gonna tell me.
that she wanted to come, but she was always, I think she was married or something, because she never found the right time. Yeah, it was always like something come up
Are you
last minute.
sure?
I'm like 90% positive, because there's no way you break. We had great conversations. They were always, I wouldn't say late at night, but they were always like 10 o'clock. She didn't really text during the day. And then it was like, oh, I can't do it last minute, you know. Something
Married.
was
I'm
what.
not
Something was
married.
up.
This actually is supposed to be on here for not married.
I think it's on the right hand period, so how can it be you're
No,
married?
it was on this one.
Yeah, but it's your right hand.
No, people wear the wedding ring on the right hand.
Who does
So
that?
listen, so I gotta tell
Polish
you,
people?
we've been having some.
Why would you say that? For shock value? It's just messed up.
So I've been telling our viewers that none of the stream comes up here, so we can't see their comments. I'm working on, I put a note into Facebook, so then when our video is over, I see all these comments and people who like called in, and I'm like, what the hey?
When did this happen?
Like the past month, I don't know if Facebook just thought we were too cheeky, I don't know what they were saying.
No, it has nothing to do with it.
No, I don't-
Everybody's
I have no
cursing up
idea.
a storm on his Facebook Live. And,
Really?
Oh, yeah, and there's comments flying all over the place. People were cursing in the comments.
Really?
Yeah. That's nothing. I don't know what the heck
So
that is.
we're gonna figure it out. So I
Sure
told
it's on
them.
your Wi-Fi or something? They can't see it?
Oh my god, it is not the Wi-Fi. Because if there was Wi-Fi, we wouldn't be live. Alright, so we're late night live here.
You sure we're live?
Yeah, it says live right up there. Can't you read? My god. Yes.
Yes, it does say
He's-
live.
He's impaired right now.
Well, it's evil.
Still
It's
shining.
evil if you read it backwards. So maybe it's evil.
Everything's backwards on Facebook because they can't get it right.
We need like a kitty cat, like evil.
Right.
Yeah, 2 people. So yeah. So is it? We could say evil. We're evil with 2 people.
Alright, so look, we should really move on. Don't you think?
It's an evil 2 people right here.
Evil two people. So welcome back, everyone. Love to have you. Good to have you back, buddy.
Ow! I fell there. And she also hit me there. She bit me. What? There's another one. What is the new thing on biting? Remember we talked about this before?
It's not new. It's not new.
It's not new, but it has definitely come back in
You're
style.
loud
I'm
tonight.
excited to be loud because I'm very angry with this biting. I'm very angry.
That's, see, we're talking anger management tonight. Anger.
Oh
dude.
my god. Why, ladies, why the biting? Why? The biting of everything. Like the past 3, biting. Bite here. I'll let me show. There's a bruise right
Down
here.
there?
Yes, there was a little 2 extra biting down there. It's like, why the biting?
He's screaming.
Men like soft and gentle, just like women like the soft and gentle. That's why they turn lesbian. We like the soft and gentle too. We don't
What,
need the
soft
biting.
and gentle biting?
No, just no
Just
biting.
no biting.
just,
Some guys
just stop the teeth.
Some guys and chicks like biting.
Not this
Just
guy.
saying. So they leave marks?
Oh my god, this is a huge bruise right here. A huge. And she said, and she tried to tell me, I didn't know. I just gently kissed it. I'm like, oh, would you kiss it with your teeth down to my bone? It's a huge bruise, and there's another bruise down here on my thigh.
You might-
Why the biting? Why the biting? Stop the biting.
Choppas. You go.
Yeah.
Listen, all you ladies, keep biting him.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, keep him. Torture him.
Stop
Bite
the
him.
biting. No biting. No biting of the tongue. That's another one that's coming back in
Oh,
style.
yeah.
Remember the
Yes,
Hispanic
but
girl
no.
who bit the tongue? Stop doing that. Okay. Can you stop doing that? Sure. Okay, keep doing it. It's like no matter what I said, she kept going. I don't like when you do that. Okay.
Did you get her like wasted or something?
I even told, I was like, we're totally sober. I'm like, please stop biting my tongue. I don't like when we kiss and you bite my tongue. She goes, okay. Right back to bite. As if I never said it.
She doesn't like you.
She's-
She does not like you. No wonder why she ran for the
We did it for a year, and I literally
You did
bit
that
my
for a
tongue about her
year?
biting my tongue. Yeah, because I eventually I was like, I can't stand it. I can't stand the biting. And a lot of times I wouldn't even kiss. We do like the Pretty Woman thing, you know, like the Julia Roberts, like no kissing, just right to the hammer time.
Really?
Yeah, no kissing. I was like, no, I can't get no kissing.
Is that like a turn
I
on?
said, well, let's just try something, no
Is that
kissing.
a turn on?
I was trying to play it off like, well, let's just try like
And then
no kissing
And
tonight.
then she bit you in the balls. Right?
No,
Oh, we're
but
not gonna kiss. I'm gonna bite
she
your
did
thigh.
She did bite my ass.
You are picking the wrong girls. Seriously.
Why the biting?
Now, and then if you didn't have the biting, you'd be sitting here like telling me, "Oh my God, I want to like a little something, a little more adventurous."
I can feel more adventurous. There's a lot of things we can do adventurous that has nothing to do with biting.
Yeah, it
Trust
might
me.
involve anger management.
You're like having sex on a crosstown bus. I mean, that's fine. That's exciting, and it doesn't involve no biting.
Well, maybe she has a fetish. You all right? Do you
I
need
did-
a hug?
I did
Do
have-
you need a hug?
No, I just
Needs a hug. He's been bitten too much. Poor baby.
one of the girls' dogs licked my ass. That was fun.
Shut up.
Oh, that was fun.
No.
Came right behind me.
No.
She's like, "Get out of here!" I'm like, "Oh, hold on. He's not hurting anybody back there. I'm pretty somebody good
One of
time."
my friends was like going at it, and the guy had this little hot dog, and that thing jumped up on the bed and went under the covers and started like going right up for her crotch.
Oh, that's a good time.
No,
That's a good time.
because
That's what
they
you
have
need
those
to
little
train
sharp
the dog.
teeth. They have those sharp teeth. She's like,
Wasn't just licking
she
it?
was like, I'm lucky I got out of
See,
there alive.
that was payback. Yeah, how do you like the biting? So you don't like it so much.
Well, the dog didn't. It wasn't me. It was one of my friends. But,
Still, doesn't matter.
but the dog didn't bite her. She just all of a sudden this dog comes like literally under the bed, right in the middle, and boom, you know.
Well, if it starts licking, then what does she care?
Oh, that's gross. Oh.
Dude, an iguana can lick my nuts. I don't care. Who cares? It's a tongue.
Yeah, but you know where that tongue's been on that dog? His
Dog's clean as
ass.
the dog.
Someone,
That's the whole
some
point.
other dog's ass because they had another dog.
A dog's tongue is cleaner than anything that you own.
Oh, that's baloney. Let's Google that. Google that.
I will Google
Seriously, is a dog's tongue cleaner than anything you own? I'm gonna say no.
that.
Although in your case, maybe yes.
All I have is nudie pictures. Hold on for a second.
Yeah,
I gotta
right.
delete those.
Tonight is anger management night.
Dogs. Mouth cleaner than a human's. Yeah, let's look at that.
No, it's not.
Oh, good picture. The bottom line is that generally
No.
speaking, a dog's mouth is not cleaner than a human's.
Dog's
man.
mouth is not cleaner
But
than
this
a
doesn't
human's.
mean that there's danger to have your dog lick you, or that you should shy away from having that.
It doesn't say lick someone's ass or vagina.
Well, who cares?
Lick on the face, maybe, or the hands. No, because that is that's a private area. That's where.
The bacteria
Germs
found in
can-
human mouths are often similar to another human's oral bacteria than the bacteria found in a dog's mouth. I also conclude that a dog's mouths are cleaner than humans in some ways and dirtier in other ways. So there's a good chance.
Okay,
Let's
listen.
put it this way:
You want to let a
if a
dog
dog
lick
licks
your
your
ass.
if a dog licks your ass, there's a 50-50 chance that dog's mouth is pretty clean. That's good enough for me. You know, in most women, it's like a 20 to 1 shot. So you know, 50-50, I'm going with those
Listen,
odds.
there's no way a dog is getting like anywhere near my vajayjay. It ain't happening. No way.
And you could
And
you want to consider
I
yourself
don't know
adventurous.
why. I don't know.
I would let your
Like-
dog lick my butt.
Oh, I am never having that dog.
Your dog has
around.
actually licked my butt a few times.
No, he
It's-
has not.
Yeah, but
Because
just
you've had
I
your
had my
pants
clothes
on.
on. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's what they do. They
I
sniff.
took my pants off.
They
Could be a whole
sniff.
different. I could be here for days,
They
weeks,
sniff to
years.
find their. They're like, all right, who's this person in my territory?
Well, he was stiffing me up. That was good.
Oh my God. See, this is why I wanted to punch him, and why we're talking about anger
The
management
theme tonight:
is
no biting.
nobody.
Stop the
And
biting.
that could be a
Biting
form
with
of
a big
anger
circle and a
management.
line. What's
That could be anger management.
that?
Seriously,
I don't know what that is.
anger management.
No, why the? Where's the?
Well, let's
biting
talk
coming
about
from?
it because it actually could like reel into what we're going to talk about
All
today.
right, so let's start with the anger management.
Okay.
I have plenty of it.
IED, not IUD.
Oh, because those are my favorite.
I mean, that's why.
Go
you're
right
not, in. That's why you're not.
No
a
problem there.
Daddy.
That's right.
That's why you're not.
Nobody's gonna be calling me in 3 weeks.
3 weeks, yeah.
Well, that's when you
Right,
find out
8
you're
months.
late.
Hey, or like 9 years later. Can we have a strand of your hair? Right? So,
Yeah, that's when I moved to Guatemala and never hear from me again. Start
so
doing my stand-up in Puerto Rico.
I don't even want to know.
Greetings, buenos dias,
I-
muchachos and mochillos.
This is why we never get anything done. Seriously. So IUD,
Getting angry?
no,
You can imagine.
no, I poisoned your drink. You're gonna have diarrhea
You
later.
did not poison us.
It's gonna have the scoots later.
Still in the bathroom, you witch.
I know. I
Go
can't.
ahead.
Remember that from Wedding Crashers?
Oh, yeah.
And they put the Vince Vaughn, and doesn't he put the drops in
Yeah.
the boyfriend's,
The bad
and he's
advice.
like hugging the toilet. Oh, I love
Oh.
that. I wish I had some of that stuff so many times, especially recently.
All right, so what's your IED?
So IED, intermittent explosive disorder.
I like
This is a
that.
real thing. People.
Up and down anger.
Yeah, no, like this is like the real thing. Let's not kid around about this yet. No,
You can't
it's a
kid
real
around
thing.
about it.
So 1 in 10 men have it. Right? 1 in 10.
Give it 10% chance. So if you're with 10 other guys, one of
So
the guys is
let's say you go on 10 dates. One guy is going to be off the rails and he's going to put his fist through your window.
sweet. Got a free no window.
He's going to kick your door down and say, "Why aren't you ready?" Or something. No, this is like the real thing. Like this is
What's wrong with
Harvard
Ron?
study.
You guys
It's not
together?
Ron. Like trying to close the cleavage in there.
It's not that kind of show. Go ahead.
Yeah. So this intermittent explosive disorder, and I got to tell you, there are a bunch of girls I know out there, women who have ex-husbands that have this, and I have
Oh,
some.
I'm sure.
I definitely have some like ex-in-laws that had a little issue with this. So they're most likely to be divorced. They're most likely to have fewer friends. So if you meet a guy who like has 0 friends and he's divorced once,
I'm
twice,
divorced.
and say he has a job and it's the worst job ever, but the same qualifications as somebody else, he's always has the worst job ever. But I wouldn't leave it at that. I definitely wouldn't say that that's all the criteria, but you can tell.
Who's the genius for behind this? If you're divorced
These are
and have
Harvard-
no friends and a bad
This is
job,
Harvard study, dude. No. One in,
well, like, no, duh, you're angry.
Some of the characteristics of these men with IED, these are like they're usually divorced. They usually have the worst job, even though their qualifications are the same as someone else, and they have fewer friends.
Again, that's like duh. Like, if you're divorced, you're unhappy. If
No,
you have
it's
no
not
friends,
dumb.
you're unhappy.
Well,
and if
you
you're
got-
work, if you're a bad job,
here's
it's
the
unhappy.
thing. So
Put it all together, that's
here's-
a bad deal.
It is a bad deal. So, but keep in mind, these are evident when you see, for instance, my girlfriend was dating this guy, and every time he got off the phone with his ex-wife, he would like hurl the phone against the wall and then punch the wall.
Nice.
That's like, I mean, I know she's like
That AT&T guy must have been like, "Hey, you're back in again, Bob. Good enough. Here's your 14th phone in 3 days."
I know she's like, a pain in the ass, but off the rails. My girlfriend was like, she was like under the couch. Yeah.
See, that's-
So have you ever seen a guy
When you
or a
see
girl
anger like that,
just
that's when you
go-
want to. That's when you want to jump out. But
Well,
the
but it
problem
happens
is-
a lot, and people like have excuses for it.
problem
They do.
is everybody knows the signs to get out, but they rarely do.
Right.
And I don't know what it is. In both women and guys. I mean, guys can be under that stuff too, but they just have this cowering feeling like I don't want to get out because they might do something to me, and they feel trapped and they stay in it. People always like, why would you stay in that? You can't say that because you're not on the other end of that when you feel like I'm trapped in here and I can't get out. So they don't feel like they want to leave because they feel
What are
that they
they
can't.
leaving for? What are they
'Cause
doing?
the guy's
They
nuts.
need to go get. Are you talking about the women or
The
the
women
men?
or the guys, yeah.
Well, they need to go to therapy, but they don't go to therapy. So here's like another.
They should call the police is what they should do.
Well, some people say, "Oh, he just had a hard day," or "She just had,
Oh, no.
a hard day." But have you ever seen it in action? I have. I've seen all out like temper tantrums, hissy fits.
I went out and saved my neighbor one night. He was
Really?
well, now he's clean, sober, but he was an alcoholic, and he was yelling at her. And I went out. I got
Was
my,
he drunk though? I mean,
Oh,
was it
yeah.
alcoholism?
Oh yeah, it was.
But how was he when he was sober?
I don't know, but I know that he
Uh-huh.
didn't treat a woman like that. So I went out there with
Right.
my bat, and I said, "Is there a problem?" I threw the bat on the ground, like just tapped on the ground, and said, "Is there a problem?" And he goes, yeah, you're the freaking problem. And he walks back to his car, and then he took off drunk.
Oy.
So I just kind of corralled her with the bat and just say, just stay here until he leaves. And he left. And I said,
You had a bat.
what am I going to do? I'm not going to fight the guy with ease.
Now, all right, so here's the
What's that
thing.
gonna do?
There's good anger, believe it or not, like useful anger, they say, where like, so you're holding the bat and you're angry that this guy is attacking the woman. So actually, that's a supportive act of anger because you're doing it for a purpose, for a reason, not just to like lash out on somebody. So I've had girlfriends.
Purposeful anger and unpurposeful anger.
Yeah, and if you want to, we're going to use
Makes
simplistic words here. But, have you ever, and I'm a woman and a lot of my friends, women, have been in a car and either driving and the men go crazy when you like make the wrong turn or, what the fuck are you doing? I can't believe you just did that. Put the brakes on. And then they go crazy and they hit the dashboard. Do you do that?
Anybody driving except for me.
Now, what if someone drives? Do you go crazy?
No.
Do you get mad?
No.
Okay.
I'm on my phone the whole time. What do I care?
They do.
Party time for me.
They do say so.
One Tinder, honey, so you drive every way you want. Just meet new chicks while you're driving like a maniac.
Oh, that's funny.
Go ahead, make the wrong turn. It's more time in here.
No, so there are a lot of women out there, and I've had chats with quite a few of them where
Right.
the men just like say you drop an egg, and they go ballistic, or you didn't shut the refrigerator door. Oh my God, something's gonna happen. No, these stories exist. You're like, you didn't fold my clothes right. You didn't do this, and all of a sudden they explode. And so you have this intermittent explosive disorder. But there are so many. Hey, listen, men, I love you, honey. I love all of you. But I do. Men are generally easy, but when you run into this 1 in 10, the 1 in 10, and some of you out there have been married to that 1 in 10, where there's nothing you can do that's right.
Exactly.
Nothing at all. So every little
You
thing.
haven't done anything, right?
Yeah, well, it's my life story. But that is, that's a problem. Have you
It's an
ever
issue.
seen a guy go off the rails or a girl?
I've seen plenty of guys go off the rails. I've seen women go off the rails too.
Oh, I've seen women go like absolutely cray
Oh,
cray,
yeah.
like screaming at their husbands, like just, and they're like, "Oh, I'm on my period." Yeah,
I've been in those
no.
uncomfortable situations where they're fighting right in front of you. That's like, ugh, what do you do there?
And who's like the aggressor, the guy or the girl?
I try to break out a game of Kerplunk just to kind of break the ice a little bit. Little shoots and ladders, Just mix it up.
Some people say, "Oh, it's basic human like behavior." It is not. That's bullshit. I mean, that's crap. It's bullshit. Because when someone goes off the rails, I remember a friend of mine who, she was married and her family came into town, and her brother-in-law was driving out, drove in his new BMW,
Yeah.
So you got his like 6 Series BMW, and
Is that what you're talking to him, BMW?
yeah, 6 Series. You gotta go like
Hey.
hey.
Hey, what's up? Hey, you got a BMW. Hey,
So
hey.
drives to their home for the holiday, and is the 6 Series BMW, and
Could afford the 7, huh?
yeah,
That's why he's angry. 'cause
Well,
he
I
can't
don't know if
afford
they had the
next one up.
7 then. This was a while ago. That a
You
friend of
can't
mine
afford the
told
7,
me.
you get angry.
Yeah, well,
That's what you should rub in, like, oh,
So-
only the 6?
So my girlfriend needed another ingredient for the holiday, dish, and so the brother of the Beamer dude said, "Hey, I'll take Mom. We'll go pick up, pick up whatever you need."
Right.
So they take off. They get whatever they need. They're gone like 20 minutes. They come back, and the brother, the IED guy, runs out, like walks out, like immediately, like runs, like doing the power walk out the door to check his car. He does like I'm like, what? I'm like, did you watch him? What happened? She goes, he did like 3 circles around, came in and blew a gasket on her husband, like went off on him in their house.
Jeez.
About how I found a scrape on the car and you're an asshole and you're this and you're that, like screaming in front of the kids, in front of everybody.
Who
Like,
scraped it?
so here's the thing, he was blaming his brother, and then it came out that he was out the night before, hammered until like 3 a.m. and driving, stupid, right?
Right.
And he must have hit something. I mean, they just went like a mile away to pick up like some groceries.
Right.
What could they hit at like 1 in the afternoon? And knowing her husband, he would have owned up to it. He would have said, "Hey, dude, I scraped your BMW." I mean, they both had money, a lot of money. So it wasn't like it was a money issue or a car. The guy just had this explosive disorder, and he went off. He went off to the point where the brother went into another room, wouldn't even stand up to him. And then the kids were all like doing this, and then she like stood up to this guy and was like, "You don't come into my house and talk this way to you know, my husband, and in front of the children. If you're going to do that, leave." And I gave her a lot of credit for that.
It's good stuff.
But this is another example of this explosive disorder where these, you know, and it's not just guys. I'm not blaming you guys. It's not just guys. It's definitely there's some women that go nut. Like I've seen women scream.
What are you doing with that men's sucks t-shirt then?
No, he doesn't know what he's talking about. So tell me about what about you? Have you ever lost your cool?
Of course.
Yeah? Doing what?
Every now and again you blow your stack here and there.
No, and you do.
You just gotta
He
pick and
definitely
choose your
did.
times to get that emotional. I mean, if you're gonna blow it about something big, you know, something worthwhile.
Right.
But no, I mean, I sometimes even get mad at myself. You know, I go home and I'm pissed that I didn't do this or that didn't work out. And
Do you talk to yourself?
we have great conversations.
Do you
I love me.
yell at yourself? No, seriously.
I mean, it's not like out loud, but internally, yeah. Just a lot of times a day, I'll be pissed at myself for doing the wrong thing.
So the issue with IED is it actually creates a health risk, like a serious one.
Two up and
So 30% of 30,000 heart attacks each year by this momentary anger.
Ooh.
And I know there's like millions of people, but I don't want to be that 30,000. You don't want to be that 30,000.
What about the?
But it happens, and their anger men are 3 times more likely to develop premature cardiovascular disease. So
Not premature ejaculation.
no, there's no
Just get angry.
ejaculation. There's no ejaculation with anger. I think it's like right.
Oh, I can get angry. Angry sex is the best sex. You ever had angry sex?
No, I just don't.
The hair pulling, name calling.
I don't
that just
have
turns me
angry
on.
relationships at all.
Call me a bastard, call you a bitch. We'll go right at it. It's awesome. Oh, you gotta love angry sex.
When you look at this like IED, it's also 6 times more likely to have early heart attacks, 3 times more likely to have a stroke.
I love your note. Say your next line.
Chill or die. Everybody, chill.
Boy, if those aren't words
or
to live
die.
by, I don't know what is.
Hey, listen, call it like it is,
Get some bumper stickers. Chill or die.
Right. You gotta do this though.
Chill or die, man.
By
What
the
are you
way.
gonna choose?
So they talk about ways.
Actually, just add an extra I. Chili or die. I'll take chili.
I love chili.
Oh, that'd be good.
It's chili
I'll
season.
take chili over death.
Yeah,
That's a good
a
call.
little sour cream.
It's a great bumper. It should be our restaurant. Chili or die. What do you want, sir? I'm gonna go with the chili. I'm death tomorrow maybe, but I'll take the chili today.
Maybe after the chili they would die.
Yeah. Death by
If you
chili.
made it, probably.
Oh, death by chili.
So there's a way to like control this IED.
Mhm.
No, seriously. So you know how like people say, "Oh, I just want to hit something," and then they hit something, and then they're like, "Oh, I feel better." That's actually the worst thing you can do because your cortisol level continues. It's so spiked up that it actually the whole rest of the day you'll still have like that pent up anger, even though you feel good about hitting something. It really doesn't, relieve the issue.
Mm.
So all you women who are and men are getting screwed by their ex-wives and husbands, don't hit anything.
Screwed in bed with you?
No, like there's a lot of anger
In a good way?
So anger is caused by so many things. I've read a lot about it being totally learned behavior from when you're children, generational, genetic. And if you could get your hands around it, or if you have children who, continue to lash out and like beat everybody up, hit you.
You get your hands around.
Yeah, you've got to.
Those are good anger. Those are good stress relievers.
You definitely have to get like your arms around it. You do. Because as an adult, it gets you into trouble, and what happens is your cortisol level just like flies through the roof. And once that is up and there's no way to control it, then you know you're in trouble. So
Yeah.
there's so many reasons why. But if you like get served a hamburger and it's like well and it should have been medium and then you flip out, there's an issue. Do you think?
Yeah, that's like
It should
that's
just
what
be
you
a
don't- you don't
simple-
get. You just say yeah. take
Or
it.
if you take the wrong turn and you're driving and the person next to you, whether it's a guy or a girl, is like goes.
Well, we saw
you know,
that
what the hell are you
unfortunately
doing?
at 202, you know, and that the guy who shot the girl.
Yeah.
You know, that's,
Did you guys hear about this?
see, that's the thing too.
Horrible.
That's why I'm not
Yeah,
I'm
there's
not
like-
for or against gun control, but there is the whole idea that if that guy didn't own a gun, that girl would be alive today because
She would.
he would have lost his temper. Maybe he would have crashed into a car.
She
maybe
like
he would have-
accidentally took like the wrong turn, right? Or she
No,
cut in front of
she
him
was
or
just
something?
trying to
Yeah.
merge. She was trying to get in front of him and
Trying to
merge.
merge.
But as I said, if he didn't have that gun, she'd be alive today. So anybody who like shoots somebody, it's that when you get to that level, when you go like berserk, you reach for that gun because that's going to solve. You think that's going to solve your problem. If you didn't have the gun, that person would be still alive. So I still
Well,
think you have the
he
right to own a
has
gun,
IED
but at the
for
same
sure.
time, that's
Right.
that fine line of like, can you control your anger enough that you're not going to use that gun, but
Right.
only when you're trying to protect your house, not when you're going to try and kill somebody out of anger. Because that's what it comes down to.
No, I agree 100%. And he obviously has the IED because for him to like jump out and blow, you know, like shoot her, it's just who does that?
And they said, all his friends, I was reading a couple of articles on him, all his friends and family, they all said the same thing. Like, he was a fairly mild-mannered guy, very, very rarely lost his temper, if at all. And he was just a steady Eddie guy, but there's always one thing that pushes somebody over the edge. And maybe it was like, because he said they took the same road home every day. Maybe it was just years and years of just that merge and people coming in front of him and he was being nice maybe and finally he's like, I can't take it. One more person cutting in front of me and that was over the edge. And if that gun wasn't in that glove compartment, never would have shot.
Well, you know, that is actually a great point because, you know, when I was doing research on this, there was a specific example about how people are like on the highway and they're in traffic all the time. And the minute you like get engaged in that traffic and you start to, I know, you know, you start to like freeze up and your blood pressure starts going. They talk about ways to avoidance of, you know, don't put yourself in that position. Either leave an hour earlier or an hour later. I mean, because it is an issue, you know, when you're in the subway and people are like pounding
Elbowing
you,
you,
you know,
yeah.
I'm in New York and I'm like getting bounced around like a ping pong ball. And it's not comfortable for me. It doesn't upset me, but it actually kind of makes me a little bit nervous because I think I'm going to get trampled on. But
So what do you do?
what do I do? Oh, yeah. He says deep breathe. I actually try to find a way to get in a path where it's not so crazy, or just let everyone go, and then I'll find my route onto the
Oh,
subway,
alright.
the internet. But that's what they say about this this disorder is you have to either avoid your situation or you get to distract yourself. So if you know like something is like, oh, that guy's driving me nuts. He's like, you know, the person like in the grocery store and he's like one at a time, a little, taking his time getting through the line and people are behind him like just fuming. And they get all worked up. Well, just distract yourself and look around and say, oh yeah, okay, you know, oh, I would love to buy that. That looks good. You know, or talk to someone. Just try to distract yourself. Avoid, distract, count to 10. They say that still works. Deep breathe. Yeah. There's anticonvulsant medication that people actually go on that help to control this, but I'm not a fan of the meds.
No.
You know, I would say just try to go to therapy first and see if you can,
There's no notes on that page.
I know.
So I don't turn the page for it. Turn the page for it.
Because you're not supposed to.
She's losing. She's like, let me turn the page to nothing.
No. He's just, you know, that's why I enjoyed this summer, because he was gone. It was great.
I was here a couple times.
Yeah, but it's better without you. I'm kidding. It is. So, this whole...
It's my fault that you ran out of notes and then you're looking at the empty
I
pages?
did not run out of notes. And anyways, I usually... Well, at least somebody is doing research.
It's true. I'm bagging up your research.
You just show up.
I'm giving you examples.
He shows up. He gets a nice little, you know, cocktail.
This is the handsome hour.
Anyways, so yeah, so this is like, this whole women, men, this is real. Like, if you start like blowing steam and getting crazy, not only is your health going to be affected, but you're gonna like tick people off.
Well,
I
they
mean,
said- they
seriously, people see.
having sex once a day really helps that.
No, sex is actually really important, and that's actually a good tip for the day. Is everybody have sex as
Everybody
much
have
as you
sex?
can, and even though you don't
It
want
will
to,
relax
you
you.
really should just do it. You should just do it.
And if you can't have a partner, then grab a
Just do
partner.
it yourself, exactly. Or like a, toys are great.
Get out that back massager.
You find there are studies that say that, if you wake up in the morning, and morning sex is phenomenal, right?
Best.
Right? I think everybody likes
Just helps you
morning
fall right
sex.
back asleep.
Do you think the women you date like morning sex?
A couple of us said they like the evening and morning. In fact, one got angry because we didn't do it. I'm a big passer outer. At nighttime, I'm done.
Of course you are.
I can't do it.
Shocker.
But in the morning, I'm good. But then she's like, what about nighttime? Why does it always have to be the morning?
Why
All right,
can't it be
what-
at like 3
What am I, 18 years old?
Why did she wake up?
I need a 24-hour recovery time, you know? If we do it at night, there's no way we're doing it in the
Listen,
morning.
They call it the refrac time.
I need some
Refraction.
time. I need time to recover.
So wait a minute. She's
Like an old
saying-
musket. You fire that
So-
once and
So she's
long
saying.
time to recover.
She's saying at night, if you do it, you can't do it again.
I can try. I can sure as hell give it the old college try.
You're so loud.
But
So
it's,
loud.
it's one of those things where I have to, I can try it at nighttime, try in the morning, but it's a lot of work. When you get old, it's a lot of work.
You're not old. Oh
I
yeah,
got a
you
bad
are.
back, and knees,
Oh my God,
ankle.
all he does is complain.
If she does all the work, I can do it twice.
This is why the women bite him. Seriously, I'm surprised they don't do more to him.
I think they might have IED,
They probably do.
but I wish they had an IUD
Did
because
they
it'll make it a
yell
lot
at you
easier.
after? You shouldn't be sleeping with them if they don't have some
Yeah,
sort of
exactly.
protection. So the tip of the day is everybody take a deep breath. I mean, it's the thing. It's
Have some
easier
sex.
for us to say, but actually, I mean, seriously, I've seen guys just go off the rails. Like, I was in New York once, and this guy, the cab, accidentally, it's crazy in New York, took a turn and might have cut someone off, and the guy jumped out of the car and banged his hood.
Wow,
Yeah, and I'm sitting there going, oh no.
that's New York.
I'm dead. But why is that happening is the question. It's like, why are these guys getting, and I get it, I get stress of work, I get, they're not getting action at home, or their kids are driving them nuts, but all of those factors shouldn't, create a scene where you're screaming and yelling and going off the rails, right?
Well, a lot of this issue too is a little concerning when it comes to parenting.
Yes.
Because the parenting up and down the IEDs is very difficult for the kids to get, because there's sometimes they do the
Right.
littlest thing wrong, parent goes haywire. And a lot of times it's not because of the kid, it's because the parent's having a bad day and they take it out on the kid. They had to blow up at somebody. This poor kid knocks over his milk, and next thing you know the parents go nuts.
Well, if a kid knocks over his milk and the kids go nuts, there is an IED problem.
That's
No,
what I'm
I mean,
saying.
seriously, my
That's
kid
what I'm
has
saying.
spilled so many
it
things.
can be in
and
all parts of
done
our
so
life,
many
not just
things.
relationships. It can be in our kids
Right.
too.
But this is the thing, the kids learn this from their parents. It's
Mhm.
called learned behavior. We all know that.
Yeah.
And what they do is, so I read this story about a 15-year-old kid who his dad was very hard on him and very IED, explosive disorder, about everything. And he started developing that, and he would chase his sister. She would lock herself in a room, and he would bang the door down so hard that splinters would go flying
Ooh.
until the door would come open. So
Okay.
then he carried on. So then he came home from school one day, and he was bummed out, and his dad's like, what happened? He's like, oh, the boys next door wouldn't do, X, Y, Z. And he goes, brought him out into the backyard, taught him how to fight, serious fight, sent him over to the neighbor's house. He beat the crap out of the kid. I mean,
Yeesh.
so bad that the kid went to jail that beat him. He was 15 years old. Went to jail, and then got out, didn't want to do therapy, and carried on as an adult, and got married, and in the marriage was explosive all the time. She couldn't do anything right. Everything was you didn't close the refrigerator, you didn't, make the beds right. Why do you have the air on? Or, to shut the electricity off and blah, 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 blah.
Roommate
And it
did
was
it once.
one thing after another. So they got divorced. Like he totally went off the rails. And then he finally went to therapy and they put him on meds, the anticonvulsive meds. And then he started dating and this isn't funny, but he was in the car with his fiance and he forgot that her friend was in the back. And apparently the fiance took the wrong turn and he just went like ballistic. And the girl in the back was literally almost under the seat, like she was on the floor, she was so scared.
Wow.
It was at that point he went for help, and actually he's back engaged again, and he hasn't had a blow up since in 5 years. But this shit happens.
Blow up?
A blow up.
A blow up. Oh.
Yeah. This stuff
I
happens
like a
though.
blow down.
And for all of you,
It's always fun.
you like that.
That keeps me very calm.
Yeah, I think
The
that
blow down keeps you very calm.
anything down there would keep anyone calm, right? But
Think about it,
then-
ladies.
But then, what if you're with somebody who has
If you
the
want
IED
jewelry,
and
you know how to ask.
and you don't please them properly?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, maybe they get angry physically. You don't know.
Let's get physically angry.
But I would love to, obviously, I wish we could get our
Comments,
fans
yeah.
in here in our comments because, going through financial problems, family issues, like if someone's ill, divorce, separation, job change, everybody sparks up. Everybody has, it's normal behavior to have some sort of anger if it's productive anger. But when you're hurting someone or someone's saying to you, if someone says to you, you need to calm down, that's a problem. If someone's saying, and they say that in this Harvard study, they say, if someone's saying to you, you need to calm down, then there's an issue.
That I
And
can
that's,
get on board with.
and people start throwing things and then they hit things and it's not good.
It's not good. No, it's not.
So, we're a little bit serious tonight on this anger issue, and it's actually not.
So we can watch ourselves, but then we can see here.
Oh, you can put it on mute. Put it on mute. We're trying to get our people dialing in to see what their questions
go.
are. Who do we have there?
So it's just Pamela.
Jay. What's Pam say?
Just hey, 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 and then she's like, I just threw my cat across the room. I had an IED explosion.
Who's that? Jay?
Pamela.
Oh, that's funny. No, but people do that. Seriously, they get have a crappy day and animals are flying. Sometimes they take it out on animals and,
Yeah.
and scream and yell at their kids. And these poor kids, people don't realize that these kids will grow up doing the same thing, the same exact thing.
Yep.
So then you're creating a world of IED, and everyone's I'm sure you're oh, this is BS, but it was a major Harvard study. This is the real thing. I keep saying
I love
that.
when we interrupt our show to watch our show. We're can you
I
just
know.
give us a minute? We need
I
to
know.
watch. We need to watch
Yeah,
ourselves.
yeah,
Can you just give
yeah.
us?
I just got to figure out why our people aren't coming up here, all
No,
our
we got it.
followers.
We have to watch our show to watch our show.
I know, it's funny when it's on a phone and then versus this.
I'm seeing myself in delay. I like
Oh
that.
my God.
I get to see myself twice.
How about mean people? So I read this article in Philadelphia Magazine about why people are mean. And actually, I wasn't crazy about the cover. I actually can't believe that they published this. It says, when did people get so goddamn mean? That's
Throwing the GD
throwing
out
the
there.
GD out there is so not right. That's
Wow.
my personal opinion. And I'm going to actually write into Philadelphia Magazine because, not just because of that, but they're talking about people being mean, but they're saying how you should behave, online, in a restaurant. Here's the net of it, and I'm sure you'll agree and pipe in. People are mean for so many reasons.
I would pipe in.
And we're not talking about we're not talking to IED disorder because that's different. That's more you have mean and then you have explosive.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the mean people. And the mean people are, I think, you're a product of your environment, right? And
There's a little bit heredity there too.
there's a little bit of heredity there too.
But certainly environment can shape you.
Oh, learn behavior.
Mhm.
If you see your parents treat
Or yelling at people, treat
yelling at
animals
people,
bad. Yeah.
animals bad, or you're in a restaurant and they treat the servers bad, they're gonna just follow suit. They get divorced 10 times. I honestly think that that is learned behavior, but they get mean, and it could be also related to financial problems. It could be related to dysfunction. It could be related to just having a bad relationship.
Yeah.
You know, bad kids, or there's so many reasons, you know, why this could happen, right?
Yep. It's tough for us to
not-
dissect in one show, but certainly there is the idea that if you begin to see it in others, now's the time to tell them. Don't let it manifest
Right.
itself in
But
a
some
bigger
people
way.
are just mean. And do you ever find that like old
Of course
people,
people are mean,
old
yeah.
people get really mean? Some of them, don't you think?
Part of dementia, though.
That's dementia.
The
and that's
senility a
probably,
little bit too.
Yeah.
You just get.
So I kind of keep that out of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
The whole dementia, you know, the older people. But the mean-spirited people, some of them I think don't know they're doing it, but others I think are, and those that don't know they're doing it, I truly feel like that's from a learned environment.
Mm-hmm.
But there's so many reasons why you're mean. So when I read this article, they talked about how you should behave, not to be mean, but they don't talk about the source of why people are mean and why these things happen. So I think that's definitely something that maybe we can, I'm gonna write into them and see if we can touch base on that, because there's just so many reasons why people can be mean.
Yep.
I mean, if a guy gets like divorced and his wife takes millions, or a woman, of course he's going to be mean. He's going to like hate every woman on the face of the earth, right? Or, you know, how about if someone you loved beyond love dies? You're sad, but then sometimes you get like very skeptical and very...
You could.
You
You could
know.
turn a little to anger, but it should also turn to somebody being more of like a shut-in, or more being
True.
introverted, that kind of thing. So it goes different ways. When it shatters your world, it depends on how you shatter.
I think you could shatter and then you're mean and then you're like, oh, can't believe that happened.
Yeah, exactly.
Or like when you lose something, you know, like there's just so many reasons why people are mean. You know, if you're in a horrible relationship and that person could be the sweetest thing ever, that would be me, and you're mean, you're mean to me, then I'm gonna be like mean back. Not really, but
There's reactionary
it's like
mean,
a reactionary
there's like
mean,
job
there's-
mean,
there's
there's
job
like family mean,
financial-
financial mean.
there's
yeah.
all kinds of things that
Or
make
sex
people
mean.
mean. But I thought you said mean sex is good.
Mean sex is great, but I'm saying no sex could make you mean.
As long as you don't like strangle somebody in bed. That
Sometimes it
would
turns
be
someone
like jail mean.
Sometimes it turns on.
Okay.
I had a girl once wanted me to choke her, and I didn't. But
How about asphyxiation sex?
they love that.
I don't
It's a
understand.
big thing now.
You do that?
No,
It is not a big thing.
it's a big thing.
Come on.
A lot.
That's crazy.
Choke me.
It's great. Choke me.
Here, try it out.
Don't choke me. Here. I better take this shirt off.
Let me just get this down.
Choke this thing. Anyway, so maybe we can touch base on the mean thing, and not mean sex, but it relates. So this IED thing. Let's like move on. Why are you?
I'm just checking to make sure that's
It's like looking on the thing.
I'm making sure there's nobody.
So all I can say is the tip of the day
Comment.
is try to be the nicest you can, and like everybody needs a moment of like 1/1001, 1/1002, 1/1003. But like if someone in your world is like lashing out and going like cray cray for no reason, get them help.
Mm-hmm.
Get them help. Like and take them. Make sure the kids are not exposed to that intervention. It's serious, and it creates. You could have heart attack, stroke. It leads to divorce, and you're definitely not going to have friends.
Exactly.
So on that note,
On that note,
I guess we say goodnight.
yes,
It's so good to be back.
it is great to be back.
It's so funny how we always match, but we don't say, "Hey, what are you wearing?"
It's none of your business.
I know. I'm like,
You looking at my
I
shirt?
need to sew this thing up a little bit.
Yeah, you're a little too much out
I
there.
know, I do, right? Sorry about that,
Stretch.
folks. And last week I looked like a poofta ball. Like it was just the way or 2 weeks ago, the way that we shot the show, it was so funny. It didn't even look like us. So anyways, it was all good.
Now it's good.
Now it's great. We're back.
We're back.
Thank you very much. Hey, listen. So here's what's going on. I'm in New York City, book signing, big book signing. Check it out on Facebook and Twitter at Beaver Tales Book and Facebook Beaver Tales. And you'll see that I'll be at the Taft Salon for a schwanky soiree. Yeah, are you going to be in town for a show then?
No, but I am.
It's a Thursday.
So for me, CoreyAlexander.net, Corey Comedy on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, Corey Comedy. I will be in next weekend, not this coming weekend, but the following weekend, I'll be in New York for a football roast.
Oh, can I go?
Yeah, you can go. It's at
I'd
the
love
New
to
York
go.
Comedy Club, so I'll be in New York.
Where's that?
New York
Next
Comedy
weekend?
Club? No, it's next, not this coming, but next.
Really?
Yes.
Oh
And
my
so I'll be up
God.
there for that. It's actually going to be filmed, possibly put on ESPN, because it's a
Excellent.
football roast. It's a football battle, really, battle roast. And that's going to happen. And then I'm back in LA that following week. So I'm doing New York, LA, back to back. So check me out if you're in LA. If you're tuning in from the West Coast, come check me out in LA. I'll actually be making my debut at the Comedy Store.
Excellent. I've been
October
there
1st,
actually in LA. I've been there.
7:30 show in the Cadillac Room of the Comedy Store.
When is that? October?
October 1st. And then followed by, I'll be closing the Flappers Room Sunday night. So it'll
Very
be all
nice.
good. So come out to LA.
I never get an invite, by the way.
You gonna come to LA?
I love to come to LA.
Go to LA.
I actually have some business out there.
There you go. Do it.
Yeah, we have to coordinate, you know?
And the next one I'll be at the Dime in LA.
Nice.
Also doing that.
So I'll be in New York, and then I have a book signing in Atlanta, and then here in Philly.
Hotlanta.
Hot
Ooh.
Atlanta.
I like that.
Yeah, hot
Look at you
Atlanta.
jumping around me.
Just saying.
I might have to go to like Chicago just to one up you.
Oh my God, he's killing me. Then I'm gonna have to go to Miami. Then it'll be London.
I'll go to Malaysia. How about that? I don't see you doing stuff in Malaysia.
Anyways, it's been an awesome evening. It's good to be back, and the late night show is. I
It's
kind
right
of
along.
like this. I
Yeah,
like
it's
this
good.
late night thing. We just got to get this Facebook fixed so we can see our people.
Yes.
Yeah,
We still see him a little bit now.
yeah. So now we have him on his phone. Everyone, thank you so much, and our hearts and prayers are out to all of the hurricane victims in Texas,
Yes. Stay strong.
Florida. Stay strong, and the Caribbean. I mean, I have friends in St. John all over the place, and I'm worried about them. I haven't heard
Keys were
from them.
devastated, so hopefully everybody's safe. I mean, everything can be rebuilt, so but
Oh my
you
gosh.
can't rebuild lives. So
Can I tell you, my
stay
friend,
safe.
my friend Karen, wait, she's supposed to get married in the Keys in 2 weeks.
Oof.
That's not happening, right?
Don't know if that's happening. I mean, I just saw a picture of the Keys. Everything was flat. I mean, literally everything uploaded in Kingdom Come. So hopefully people, as I said, places can be rebuilt.
I just
People
want
can be
people
rebuilt.
not to die.
Just
That's
be
all.
safe. Find a good place
Just
to be
be
safe for a
safe.
while.
And I heard like tons of people like